There's a perception in this country that any job that sort of involves physical exertion is a lowly job. I find most people either think it's funny. I find a lot of people who think it's great, you know, who are sort of, they think it's what an interesting way to make a living, or what a good way for someone to, you know, to make a living in New York. And then, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of students who do it. There's a lot of, you know, actors and filmmakers and musicians, and there's a lot of people who sort of think it's a dream existence. They're like, oh, that's wonderful to be young in New York, and then you're following your heart, and then you're able to make a living and stay in shape. So you get the whole spectrum.
I have a few spiritual goals in life, and those involve trying to understand other people, trying to do right by other people, and also trying to reduce my own ego or my inflated sense of self. And I feel pedicabbing is actually helps me in that, because when you get treated like a nobody, it can cause you to think, well, why did I think I was a somebody in the first place? Everyone does have a certain amount of dignity, but, you know, along with that can come a certain amount of egotism. So one thing that was helpful to me, being treated like a nobody, is it caused me to think, well, isn't everybody equally a nobody and equally a somebody?
I'm usually about 100 pounds. My weight fluctuates from like 98 to 103. Now, I come from a really traditional Asian family, and they're really uptight. They no matter how many times I tell them how much money I make, and they just don't understand. They think it's the lowest job you can do, because in Asia it is. And they, in addition to that, they're really misogynistic, and because I'm female, they're like, oh, a woman shouldn't be seen in public like that. And my grandfather will try to tell me to wear a hat to cover my face when I work. And so, I mean, it's sort of like everybody, all my friends, acquaintances, strangers I meet, I tell about the job. They think it's so cool, and they get so excited, but I just don't talk to my family about it.
Pedicabbing is a perfect job for a writer, because we're sort of in a golden age of pedicabs now. I can make enough money pedicabbing for 2 days, and it lets me focus on the writing for 5 days. And I don't find it too tiring. I was near Beauty and the Beast, a very wholesome family entertainment, but there's a male strip club right near there, and a guy came out and he said, I bet you could make more money doing that, and he indicated the strip club, than you could doing this. So I was just sort of saying, yeah, you probably could, and he kept insisting that I could probably make more money. And after going through this episode for about 2 or 3 minutes, he got very serious, and he made direct eye contact. He looked me right in the eye, and he said, I will give you more money than you could ever make pedicabbing if you come to my apartment for a couple of hours.
Once in a while I get some drunk guys, but they're never too bad. They'll kind of like, oh, let me feel your ass or your thigh. Oh, I guess this would gross a lot of people out. I picked up these two guys once, and on the way he was really drunk. He stood up on the cab and started urinating over the side. I mean, it didn't. I saw it, so I ducked and it didn't hit me. He ended up falling off the cab in the middle of it. But I don't know. It didn't bother me that much. He gave me a $20 tip.